Hi everybody, in this video you're going to learn how to execute many different stretching movements. And stretching, remember, is not just for warming up and cooling down for a training session. It is also a way to relieve muscular stress. It relieves general stress as well, increases your oxygen intake and improves your blood circulation. It can also help with your immune system, and it can also help you to sleep better. So when you do have your stretching session, make sure you're in the mood for it. So you want to be able to let your muscles relax at a stretched position, and you want to be able to be breathing and getting lots and lots of oxygen. Okay, let's start right now. We're going to start nice and slow, and we'll slowly get into deeper and deeper stretches. Okay, and remembering it's not just muscular stretching, it's also for flexibility of the joints. Okay, let's start off with just moving the hands and the wrists. And from the beginning, we're going to be conscious of our breathing, really getting lots of relief from our breathing. Okay, let's move those elbows circling a little bit more. Remember, as I said, it's not just muscle elasticity, it's flexibility of the joints as well. And that's why we do these circular movements. We start off with those and the shoulders. Really good for relieving tension from the muscles. Just remember that a lot of our muscles run over joints, so we do need to relieve those as well. Okay, and just moving forward and back. These are dynamic stretching, the controlled movement. We're just going a little bit past the normal angles at which we use the joints. Okay, so it's also relieving joint pain. Okay, and let's just turn that hips. We're not forcing it too much. We're just to the point where we're feeling that that's turning and extending the back. And always making sure that we're getting a good amount of oxygen. And it's controlled movement, dynamic stretching first. Okay, let's circle the hips. Getting those hips, joints moving. A lot of the times the psoas we have at that front part of the hips, and the other hip flexors can be tense, especially if you've slept in the wrong way or if you've done a lot of walking, okay, the day before or up to 48 hours before. A lot of the times you can feel a bit of soreness around the hips and even the lower back. Okay, so we do need to get that moving. Okay, let's get a little bit of front dynamic movement with the hips. Yes, at this stage we are also warming the muscles up, obviously, but we're also increasing the blood flow, obviously, and getting oxygen, more oxygen into the joint. And you know, stretching can be really enjoyable because you can, as I said before, you can relieve muscle stress and pains in the joints. Okay, all right, let's just separate the feet there slightly, keeping the knees slightly bent, and we're going to turn and reach for the opposite knee. And let's stay there for a good 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other side. And remember, stretching should not be a rushed exercise, okay? Because we do want to give time to the joints and the muscles, firstly to warm up, Okay, and secondly, have enough time to adapt to the stretch positions so that the muscles and the other soft tissue, tendon and ligaments, can warm up and have time to actually stretch out, literally, yep, to lengthen. Okay, and this time reaching for the shins, but bending the knees a little bit and looking down, relaxing the neck and the shoulders. Let's stay there for a good 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we'll come up. Okay, we're bending the knees to the back, just gently, but it is a controlled movement, so getting a little bit of heat in the knee joints, and also getting a little bit more oxygen as we're moving a little bit more. Okay, we're just going to sway the hips side to side, okay? Swaying the hips side to side for those hip flexors. Just taking our time. Yes, and this is stretching because we are stretching hip flexors there. Okay, breathing out. That's it. A few more. Okay, and let's extend the spine a little bit now. The easiest way is straight up. We go straight up and extending. And coming back down. Okay, let's do that again. Let's make sure that we're lifting, really trying to reach up high. And really feeling that back extending. Okay, so the position there, just keeping it straight. Really lifting those shoulders up. And coming down. And one more. And let's remember that it's not a rushed movement. Okay? Literally giving the joints and the muscle groups time to warm up and lengthen. Okay, so increase the length. Let's start now with the static stretching. Let's start first with the bicep and the forearm. Palm up and breathing there. Good 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's change. And there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and again, let's get a turning movement there. So we're actually warming up those rotator cuffs. Okay, the inner parts of those shoulders. Again, a lot of pain we get in the shoulders come from stress, okay, throughout the rotator cuffs. And elbows a little bit higher. Go forward and back with the fists. Taking our time. That's it. A few more. Okay, let's extend the shoulder joint a little bit more. So we're going to take a step with the left foot and extend, crossing a little bit with the right hand, looking down slightly. And I want you to feel that you're really extending that arm. Okay, stay there for a good 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming back. And let's do the other side. There, so we're getting a little bit more warmed up there. The body, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now we want to curve forward a little bit more the mid back, and also this hip, we want to come a little bit forward, okay? So we're relieving the stress from the lordosis curve, okay? So we're going to look down, shoulders are going to come forward, okay, we're going to look downwards, and the hips are going to go down and forward. There, hands just over the knees, stay there, and breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And coming back. Let's do the reverse, and that's opening the shoulders there to the back. Slightly looking up and bringing the hands together behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And coming forward again. Breathing out, really curving those shoulders forward and the back and the hip there forward. Getting good stretch there. Okay, on the mid back and shoulders and chest. Looking up slightly and opening the shoulders to the back, opening the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's go back to static stretch there for the shoulder. Let's bring the elbow across. We're going to push it across with the other hand. Once we push it across, let that shoulder down. Okay, the shoulder was stretching. Okay, breathing out. Good 8 seconds there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and the other side. And taking our time. And let that shoulder down. Once we've pushed across, let's remember when we're stretching, we shouldn't be in a rush. We've got to give the body enough time to warm up. And as it warms up correctly, and the time that it needs, then you can be more flexible and the muscles can be more elastic. Okay. Alright, bring it down. Okay, let's stretch a little bit more the legs there. One foot slightly in front of the other. And we're going to keep the back heel down on the ground. We're going to bend the front knee and we're just going to lean forward. Okay, let's stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stretching doesn't mean you have to feel that muscle you're stretching is about to break. Okay, as long as you can just start to feel a strain there, it's important to hold that position. Then you are just stretching that muscle. Okay, and we're there for a good 8 seconds minimum, especially on the legs there, to give it time to adapt to that stretched position. And let's make sure that we're breathing constantly. Okay, we want to stretch a little bit the inner thighs, the adductors. So knees are facing out and we're just going to come down and opening out there. We can support the weight a little bit on the legs there if we need to. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, keep those legs apart, and this time we're going to keep one of the legs straight. We're going to lean but side on to the other side and keeping the whole foot as much as we can there, and we are side on, so we are stretching the inner part of the leg there. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And let's make sure that we're getting constant supply of oxygen there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, we're going to stand in parallel, the legs, point the toes in, bend the knees a little bit, and we're just going to let ourselves collapse forward, the arms, okay, of the weight of the arms towards the front, and we're going to stand on the heels, or well, we're going to have more of our weight on the heels, okay, as we go down. So we slowly go down, keeping the arms close to the legs so that our weight stays in the middle part of the body, and letting our neck and shoulders drop, and down to our ankles, or even further. But I want you to feel the whole weight of your shoulders and your neck, and just let it droop down. Keep your breathing regular, and release your hands. Relax your arms and shoulders. Relax the stomach. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's turn slightly to one side. Okay. And still keeping all of the weight there. Let it droop down towards the ground. Bend your knees so that you're comfortable, and relax the stomach. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's slowly turn to the other side, putting the weight, more weight on the other foot. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's turn back towards the front and slowly come up. Take your time. Still relaxed, the shoulders and arms. Okay. We are. Okay, we've got more dynamic movements now. We're going to be moving continuously, but a little bit beyond the normal angles with which we work. For example, those shoulder joints. Okay, let's start off with here, palms up, getting lots of oxygen. We're going to push right up, but as we push up, we're going to go towards the back a little bit. So we're going to arch the back a little bit. Breathe out. Okay, and come back. Okay, and in that position there, we're going to have a forward movement, and we're going to lift the knee up to the front and get up to the chest. So a little bit trickier, but get it, if you can just get it off the ground, or if you can get it a little bit higher, and that's enough there, okay? Let's try on the other side. So keep your balance, okay? Just do your best to keep your balance. Doesn't matter if you can just get it just off the ground, or if you can get a little bit higher, up to as high as you can, and then bring it down, controlled, slowly. Okay, we're going to take a step forward, and as we take a step forward, we're going to lean forward with the hips. Then take a step forward, hands on the hips, just going to lean forward there with the hips, open the chest and the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And coming back, and you'll feel that your muscles are warmer now, so you can go a little bit further. Other side, other leg, leaning forward with the hips. Open the chest. 1, 2, looking up slightly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And coming back. Okay. Alright, and let's go back to turning those rotator cuffs, those shoulders. Breathing it out. Okay, and we'll finish there. Press your subscribe button down the bottom so you can enjoy my other videos. Remembering stretching is very, very important, and just try to be in the mood for it before you start stretching so that you can actually get lots of oxygen and really enjoy your stretching, get a lot more out of it. And remember, just like anything else, we need to do it regularly. Okay, so enjoy your stretching, and I'll see you next time.